Well, hello there. If you are receiving this email and watching this video, then you are probably registered in the History of Modern Psychological Concepts, Psychology 3020. I am Dr. Scott Greer, and I'm going to be the instructor for this course. And I'm sending this to you just as a way of sort of introducing myself and the course and giving you a little bit of an overview and preview about what we're going to be doing for the fall semester. As you know, the fall semester is going to be rather different than for all of us, and myself and everyone included. But for this semester, we are having this course completely online, and I wanted to try to kind of give you a bit of an idea about what to expect as soon as I could, and give you some idea about how to plan for that and what to just a general introduction to what we're going to be doing. Now, as you probably know, this material is going to be online. We're not meeting in person, right, because of social distancing rules that are in effect. So everything will be done online. But the course has really two components. There's what they're calling an asynchronous component, where that is that I'm uploading a series of lectures, videos, and also some outlines and some lecture notes and things like that to Moodle, and to make that available to you. And I'm going to be doing that every week, uploading a different lecture, sometimes one, sometimes two, depending on what we're doing that week. So that's one part, but there's also going to be what they call a synchronous part, or a kind of a live part, where on Thursdays, we're scheduled to meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11:30 to 12:45. So we won't be meeting on Tuesdays, but on the Thursday from 11:30 to 12:45, I will post a link where I'll be live, basically, and it'll be just a Zoom meeting or something like that, but I'll be using Blackboard Collaborate, and people can come into the meeting and ask questions, and I'll be kind of having a tutorial or answering questions you may have from the reading or from the lecture, and just try to have some general discussion about the material. I think one of the real difficulties, especially around something like history of psychology, which can be kind of dry and there's a lot of information and a fair bit of reading and so forth, is to interact with it and make it a little bit more real. So I want to try to do what we can, to make that happen. So that's basically each week there'll be those two things. There'll be an uploaded lecture, and then on Thursday during our scheduled class time, I'll be available for a video conference or video chat to have a tutorial and answer questions. There isn't a physical a bookstore textbook, right? The readings that I'm going to have for you will all be posted on Moodle. I think the least thing we can do is try to get around making you go broke for something that is far from an optimal situation. But I have a number of chapters from different selections, kind of created my own sort of virtual book. I'm going to post all the readings online again, accessible through Moodle. So you should be able to, and I'll do that right at the beginning of the term, so you should have access to anything you would need to read for the entire course at that point. And we'll be going through that, and I'll have a course outline posted with specific readings for each week that you'll be able to know kind of what's coming up, just like you would in any other course. I have a course outline there, so you know what to expect. I certainly find also one of the challenging things here is around the exams. I'm not a big fan of multiple choice anyway. It is, in my mind, kind of a necessary evil. There is a place for it, but I haven't really found a satisfactory way as of yet to incorporate that into this course. My exams are at least half a short answer and essay anyhow, so I think what I am going to do this for this semester for this course is we're going to have 4 tests where there are 4 units, right, that I've kind of organized the readings into, and after each unit we'll have a test, and it'll be completely short answer and an essay. You will be given this after our Thursday tutorial, so it will always be, I'll always be doing it, giving it to you on a Thursday. There'll be 3 midterms and then 1 during the final exam period. So the 3 midterms will always follow a Thursday tutorial. I'll post it on Moodle, and you'll have until 5 o'clock on that Thursday, that is basically to the end of the day, to write the test. And it's not going to be, you know, anything terribly long. It won't take you that long by any means. It might take you an hour, you know, 45 minutes at most. But it'll be a combination of short answer and essay questions. You'll submit it to me through email by the end of the day, and we'll do that after each of the units, and presumably after the 4th unit too, during the exam period. So that's what that's going to look like, and we can you know, kind of, I'll answer more questions about that and that you may have as we get into that further. Also, I sometimes use journals in my courses. Some of you have taken the Contemporary Psychoanalytic Thought course with me. There's going to be a lot of writing, probably a lot of reading anyway, certainly on the exams, and the journals might just be too much of a repetition of that. So what I'm going to do is have the tutorials structured around sort of discussion questions, but I won't be requiring you to write out answers to all of that. These questions will certainly be linked to, not necessarily be directly placed on the exam, but they'll certainly be similar to some of the questions I'll be asking on the exam. And I'll be presenting these kind of at the beginning of each of these Thursday tutorials, you know, throw out a few questions and try to get some discussion going and see, you know, we'll kind of go from there. So it will, even if you don't have any specific questions about the readings, it's a good idea to join the Thursday tutorial just simply to get a sense about what I think is important about the readings and you know, some of the questions that you might see a little bit later on the exam. So that's basically in a nutshell what we're going to be looking at, and I'm going to be, as I said, uploading these lectures. I'm not sure exactly. The one question I really still have, because I've never done this before, this kind of online format, I'm not sure how much material we're going to get through. I'm kind of planning for more than I think we need, so we may find we may go a little bit slower. We may have to slow it down. We may have to. It may just be just right. I'm not sure about the timing yet. But as far as the sequence goes, and certainly the beginning, first half of the term, I think we'll be fairly secure. It looks pretty set. So I'll be giving you, of course, lots more information and that. But that's basically, if you're trying to schedule other kinds of things, and we're kind of wondering what your semester is going to look like as far as this course, what kind of commitment you would need for that, and that would be that's basically what it's going to be. So I hope that will work for everyone. If you have right away, if you have questions you'd like to ask or like me to clarify something, feel free to email me, and I'd be happy to answer that.